Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi have been allowed by the Uttar Pradesh government along with three others to proceed to Hathras to meet the family of the 20-year-old woman whose rape, murder and forcible cremation has triggered widespread protest across India. This was Gandhi's second attempt to meet the bereaved family. Their first attempt on Thursday ended with a scuffle with the police and a brief detention. Barricades were installed at the Delhi-Noida Direct flyway even as CrPC Section 144 remained imposed in UP's Gautam Buddh Nagar. UP Additional Chief Secretary Home Awanish Awasthi, who was in Hathras on Saturday, told the reporters that any group with no more than 5 people is allowed to meet the victim's family. Hundreds of Congress and Indian Youth Congress workers had also gathered at the DND raising slogans against the BJP government in Uttar Pradesh over the Hathras case and for allegedly preventing their party leaders from meeting the victim's family. However, while the protest was going on, the police also lathi-charged on some of the workers when Priyanka Gandhi was seen jumping the barricade and saving the party worker from police lathi-charge. Additional Chief Secretary of Home Awanish Awasthi and Director General of Police H.C. Awasthi on Saturday met the Hathras victims' family. They would be submitting their report to the Chief Minister upon returning, a government spokesperson said. This is a very sad and shocking incident. We met the family after the Chief Minister's direction. As report came, action was initiated and responsible officials have been suspended, the Additional Chief Secretary Home Awanish Awasthi said after the meeting. The SIT is investigating the case and statements of the family members are being recorded, he said, while adding that the security should be continued in the victim's village. Meanwhile, Director General of Police H.C. Awasthi refused to comment on why the victim's family was not allowed during the cremation. He said that the decision was taken at the local level. Rashtriya Janata Dal leader Tejashwi Yadav will be the chief ministerial candidate for the opposition coalition in Bihar and his party has been allotted 144 seats out of the 243 in the upcoming state elections after negotiations in the Grand Alliance. The Congress will contest in 70 seats whereas left parties will contest on 29 seats while the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha will get seats from the RJD quota, the alliance announced on Saturday. Upset with the division, one of the smaller parties in the coalition, the VIP party, walked out of the grouping saying that they had been cheated. The announcement comes a day after filing of nomination for the first phase of voting started on Thursday. The last date for filing nominations is October 8. 71 of the total 243 constituencies will see a voting in the first phase on October 28th. There is a growing hope that a vaccine against coronavirus may be given the green light by health regulators by the end of this year to be rolled out for a vaccination program in 6 months' time or even less, according to a UK media report. The vaccine candidate under trial by University of Oxford scientists in collaboration with pharmaceutical giant AstraZeneca is the furthest in the process of trials and according to a report in the Times, it could be given the required clearances by Christmas in December. The newspaper quoted UK government sources involved in making and distribution of vaccine as saying that a full vaccine rollout program for adults could take 6 months or less after approval. We are looking at closer to 6 months and it is likely to be far shorter than that, a government source said. The Ministry of External Affairs said on Saturday that it was yet to take a decision on opening its part of the Kartarpur corridor, which allows Indian pilgrims visa-free access to Darbar Sahib Gurudwara after Pakistan's announcement of having opened up its side of the corridor. India also asked Pakistan to construct the required infrastructure, including a bridge to ensure safe movement of pilgrims over a stretch that gets waterlogged during rains. India temporarily suspended the pilgrimage and registration for Kartarpur Sahib Gurudwara in Pakistan on March 16 in view of the coronavirus outbreak. Pakistan said on Saturday that it was opening the Kartarpur corridor after improvement of COVID-19 situation in the country. Reports in Pakistani media also said that according to the government's notification, Indian pilgrims would be allowed to visit Gurudwara from dawn to dusk.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, Search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.